Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Lords of the Night. With me, as always, is the Lord of Pain, Ranting Monkey,
Hello.
and the Lord of Pennies, Satsu 2 cents.
What up, dope?
And I'm your host, Scribe, the Lord of Punishment. Hello, chat. Hello, everyone. Hope you've all had a good week, and you have a good weekend ahead of you, as we're all locked up in our Corona bunkers. Before the stream, thank you, tall person. Today is Bat Appreciation Day. Normally, I wish people a happy holiday, but considering the current climate and the experiences of one of the show's hosts, happy Bat Appreciation Day, everybody. Well, thank you, tall person. You appreciate bats, don't you, monkey?
As long as they're not by me.
Yes. And remember, guys, bats did not cause the coronavirus. A lab in Wuhan did. And thank you, Paige. Happy Friday, everyone. Well, happy Friday to you, Paige. There's another happy that we have to take care of that's very important before we even get into our own little how are we doings, because it's Stargazer Nuts' birthday.
Yes, it is.
Shit.
Yes, it is.
Oh, Stargazer, sweetheart. I can see you out there. So for the second time today, sweetie, this one's for you. And a 1 and a 2.
Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday, Star.
Happy birthday to you.
Thanks for being fucking awesome.
Happy birthday,
dear
nuts.
sweetie.
It's nights.
Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday, sweetheart. I hope you've had a good one. I really do.
Yep, happy birthday. And with that, hey, how are you doing, Satsu?
Pretty good. Had a good start to my day today, and it just kind of went from there. So, pretty good day overall.
Good. And how about you, monkey?
Not too bad. No real complaints. Just didn't get a whole lot of sleep, so I'm kind of tired. But otherwise, okay. You?
Work was quiet, thankfully. Nothing too crazy there. And then it's basically just being a lazy bum most of the day. Well, I did laundry. That was exciting. I got out of the apartment for a few minutes, so yay. And then I was playing Dragon Age Origins most of the day. Otherwise,
We love you too, Star.
yep. But all that aside, Monkey Dick, Jim Jones, movies, video games. Hit that like button if you have not already, and many of you haven't. And please share our stuff. Share it far, wide, diagonally, introvertedly, reflexively. I don't even a bunch of other lees, but a bunch of other adverbs. Because, as we say often, and we will continue to say, YouTube does very little to broadcast the existence of content creators, unless you're like gigantic, and even then sometimes. And especially when live streams come up or new videos come up, they're just not telling most people that they're there, either by design or by error. So you guys really are our best algorithm, and we really appreciate it when you guys retweet our stuff, share our stuff, let people know that we exist so they can see our stuff. And goes for anybody else that you like. Be sure to do that for any other content creator that you appreciate. Okay, with that out of the way, anything else to mention before we get into the wonderful world of schnuz, guys?
Nothing comes to mind other than, we will be streaming after this on Satsu's second channel, 2 cents plus. So check that out after this show.
Is it going to be green hell?
More green hell, yes.
Yeah, we have fun.
How's that going? Yeah. Did you take a bunch of natives' land from them?
We actually went on a trip this time around because we hadn't been exploring much because we were doing just building our little village or whatever. And that trip could have gone better. We did find some stuff. I died from a dirty wound, and Monkey almost died. So that was good times.
All right. And for those of you that don't know, tonight's theme for the show is from the best television show ever made, The Shield. If you have not seen it, I highly recommend it if you like crime dramas and just well thought out characters and storylines and 7 seasons worth of stories that all intertwine together eventually. It's great. Best thing ever. I really need to sit down and rewatch it. Monkey, at some point in his life, needs to sit down and watch it since I got him the whole freaking series for Christmas. He hasn't watched it yet. I'm sour, Monkey. I'm sour.
You can be sour. It doesn't change things.
I know. I'm saying I'm sour. All right. So what shall we do first? How about coronavirus? You guys like coronavirus?
Oh, love it.
It's tasty, especially with a little bit of salt.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually better with some ginger.
Oh,
Squishy
ginger. Ooh, spicy. Let's see. Far more people may have been infected by coronavirus in one California county, study estimates.
Gasp.
Really? Are you trying to tell me that this might be more widespread and not nearly as severe in most people? Oh my God. Far more people may have been infected with COVID-19 than have been confirmed by health officials in Santa Clara County, California, according to a study released Friday in preprint. The study used an antibody blood test to estimate how many people had been infected with COVID-19 in the past. Other tests, like those performed with nasal swabs or saliva, test for the virus's genetic material, which does not persist long after recovery as antibodies do. Quote, we found that there are many, many unidentified cases of people having COVID infection that were never identified with it, that were never identified with it with a virus test. Okay, says Dr. Jay Bachara, a professor of medicine at Stanford University. Stanford! Oh, no, not Stanford. And one of the paper's authors. Quote, it's consistent with findings from around the world that this disease, this epidemic, is further along than we thought. And it's Keever Dam's birthday, too.
Oh.
Keever Dam. Well, Keever Dam, isn't your birthday Sunday?
Well, if it is, do you want to wait till tomorrow?
Well, it's up to Keever Dam. I'll sing tonight or tomorrow, whichever. Because we do have a show tomorrow. We just don't do them on Sunday.
Thank you, Bear Koch. Hey, Lords, it's my oldest son, Jim Bob's birthday today. He's 5 today. Holy cow. Birthday. So, Keever Dam, would you like a song now?
Either's fine. I just we do have one tomorrow if you prefer that. If you're not going to be here or something like that, we can also do it tonight. But since we do know it's Jim Bob, let's do that one real quick while we wait for an answer here.
Jim Bob.
Jim Bob, sir. 5, man. What a great time. Enjoy your birthday, sir. This one's for you. And a 1 and a 2. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you.
Stop doing that, Scribe.
Happy birthday, dear Jim Bob.
Jim Bob.
That's terrifying.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Jim Bob. I hope you had a great one, little man. And Keeper Dam says, all right, go ahead. We can do it. That's fine. Keeper Dam, we're a little bit early, but this one is for your birthday Sunday, which I hope is wonderful. And a 1 and a 2. Happy birthday to you.
Okay, that's a little better.
Happy birthday to you.
I can hear the drums in the back.
Happy birthday, dear Keeper Dam.
What a royal name.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. I hope you have a great one. I really do.
Thank you, Santa, for that wonderful song.
Let's see. Back to the number of cases they found or estimate. Quote, it's consistent with findings from around the world that this disease, this epidemic is further along than we thought. Yes, it is. And, I talked to my parents about this. They took a trip to Europe last fall. And I think I might have mentioned this at the time. And when they got back, they were ridiculously ill, like super sick for a couple of weeks. And they thought, oh man, this crud we picked up. And I asked him, I said, I wonder if that wasn't, because he's like, I don't know. I mean, it was a lot of dry hacking, coughing, and a lot of fever and a lot of things they're talking about. So I don't know. I mean, it was kind of like the flu, but not like the flu. And I said, well, you should get tested for antibodies. I know you haven't been sick since. So if you get a chance to get tested for it. And if I find out that they've already got the antibodies in them from that, yeah, this was around way before the official. Let's see. The study estimates that 2.49% to 4.16% of people in Santa Clara County had been infected with COVID-19 by April 1st. This represents between 48,000 and 81,000 people, which is 50 to 85 times what county officials recorded by that date, 956 confirmed cases. A preprint study is a draft version of a study, you don't say, released to the public that hasn't been peer-reviewed for publication in a journal. Okay. CNN has reached out to Santa Clara County Public Health Department for comment. Similar efforts to estimate local antibody prevalence have launched in places like Miami-Dade County, Florida, San Miguel County, Colorado, and Los Angeles, California. The National Institutes for Health has a similar effort underway as well. Gosh, it might turn out that, it's far more widespread and not nearly as horrible statistically as everybody was saying the whole time, huh?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, and again, that's not to discount the people that have lost their lives. I'm just saying. Was the panic justified? Was everything as like sky is falling as people were saying? Yeah. Now this has to be a bait article because it's from CNN, but its title is Trump's Devious and Brilliant Coronavirus Election Strategy.
What?
All right.
So I'm wondering where this is going. The daily White House briefing certainly brings some relevant information each time about the federal government's response to the deadly coronavirus pandemic. But the briefings have also become a political tool for President Donald Trump. Joe, this is written by Joe Lockhart. Joe, they were always both. They were always both. It's not that they suddenly evolved into it like this is its final form or something. They were a political tool from anything the president does is a political tool. Just by definition almost. So anyway, he uses them both to take credit and to shift blame away from himself for his response to the crisis. Sure. Amidst the recent flurry of news made at recent briefings about how or whether to reopen the country, the different phases that might involve, the different phases that might involve, let me try that again. The different phases that might involve and who calls the shots was a revealing exchange that is emblematic of the president's political strategy ahead of the November election. This was most clearly and cleverly demonstrated in response to a question from Jonathan Karl of ABC News, who asked Trump for a reaction to protesters in Michigan rallying against stay-at-home restrictions. The president, who earlier in the briefing had lauded American stay-at-home discipline, took a different approach with the Michigan protesters. The president said, quote, "Well, they've been going through this a long time, John, and it's been a tough process for people. There's death and there's problems staying at home, too." When Karl pressed further on the protesters' violation of social distancing guidelines, Trump added, quote, "I think they listen to me. They seem to be protesters that like me and respect this opinion," unquote. Okay. As Amber Phillips of the Washington Post observed, quote, "Instead of taking the opportunity to tell the protesters to stay home, he empathized with their desire to go back to work," unquote.
That's a
Bastard.
Yeah, I can't tell if that statement just sort of matter of fact or if it's criticizing. I don't know. The president then doubled down on the strategy this morning with less subtle tweets saying, "Liberate Minnesota and liberate Michigan and liberate Virginia." Okay. It was all a dog whistle of sorts to his supporters that accomplished a couple of things at once. It suggested to them that it was okay to move away from social distancing practices designed to stem the tide of COVID-19 and get back to a more normal life. And it also told them that if they stuck with social distancing, any suffering and inconvenience they experience is not Trump's fault because he gets them. They speak the same language. He feels their pain.
That is some interesting deciphering. Yes, this is what he said, but I'm going to completely translate it into something completely different and tell you that this is what it really means.
Well, they understand the dog whistle.
See, Joe Lockhart can read between the lines of a cookbook.
Journalism.
And that messaging is illustrative of the president's overall strategy to get reelected. You mean sympathize with his base and the American people who are suffering right now?
Which was labeled devious, wasn't it?
Well, it was devious and brilliant. Yes, populism, guys. It's a new concept. Can you imagine that? Populism?
That fucking scumbag! How dare he try to?
Yeah, I mean, Bernie wasn't using any of that, and certainly Biden's not going to try to be using that some way. Let's see. He's given himself maximum flexibility to take credit for whatever goes right and maximum ability to deflect or shift any blame for whatever goes wrong. Oh, so he's Donald Trump?
Hello.
I hadn't been aware of this habit of his in the last 4 years.
As far as I'm concerned, that's every politician.
that too, but Donald Trump specifically, because just look at his career. Like every time something failed, he put a spin on it and moved on with his life. Oh my God. The strategy, I don't know if it's as much as a strategy as just his personality. It might be an effective strategy if you're looking at it and through those blinders, but it's just him, I think. The strategy is part of the dizzying turnaround from the president's position earlier in the week when he told reporters he had absolute authority, adding, quote, "The president of the United States calls the shots," unquote. Okay, so he changed his mind? He changed his tune, and that's a bad thing?
I don't know.
I mean, it shows his impulsiveness. It shows his a blowhardishness. But again, I say this every time. It's like, you're not telling me anything I don't already know about the man. If you're trying to undercut him and his bedside manner, you sold me 4 years ago. Nothing is surprising me anymore about this. What are you just piling it on, telling us what we already know? Thanks.
Well, I don't get how that's any different than what the media's been saying this whole time about his power being absolute and the fact that he could just fucking take over the next day, or how he's going to try to stop there being terms and be president forever. Like this is the type of shit they were saying. As a matter of fact, a lot of the criticisms now is they are mad at Trump because he won't force states to do what he wants them to do. Like that was the issue. They were calling him a coward and saying that he doesn't know how to lead because he won't step over their authority and make them do what. This is so confusing to me.
Yeah, he says, it's up to the individual governors to see what's going on in their states. And then he says something like, I have the absolute authority. And then it's like, well, it's up to the governors about when they're going to reopen. But I encourage people to reopen as quickly as possible to get the economy back going. Everything he says is bad. Everything he says is either a power play or asleep at the wheel. You can't it's either one or the other. And to that extent, I cannot help but sympathize with somebody who is in a perpetual state of catch-22 with the media. Mm-hmm. Now, that doesn't mean that I agree with every decision he's made or every comment he's doled out or anything else, but I cannot help but sympathize because he's a victim in this with this fucking ping pong game. And if the media thinks that's going to somehow reduce his profile going into the election, I don't see it, because he can point. Because here's the other thing: you're providing him with ammunition, no matter how things go, to show how the media was unfair to him. Mm-hmm. Whether things go up, sideways, or down, you guys are telling the whole world the opposite, and he can show that. He can run ads to the end of time in the next couple of months, contradicting everything you said about him in a particular period of time. And even if he was right or wrong later on, it doesn't matter. You make him a victim.
Yeah, and it's all documented. That's the fucked up part. It is all documented. Y'all are all documented saying everything that you're accusing him of saying right now. Mm-hmm. And you're saying that it's wrong, but the media has been parroting all this stuff. Like y'all article after article. literally saying all the things that he has been saying that you're saying he's bad for saying. It's weird. They're just like, we forgot.
It's going to be an interesting when we finally get into the meat of the election campaign and everything. It's going to be very interesting. Well, you guys were talking last night. I think it was just last night where you looked up and tried to find examples on CNN where they brought up Tara Reid and the sexual assault allegation against Joe Biden.
Right.
Well, this might be the first time they mentioned it. I don't know.
Okay.
But Democrats grapple with questions about Tara Reid's sexual assault allegation against Joe Biden.
Is it because Bernie said something? Because Bernie made a statement on it recently.
Well, I guess we'll find out. Top Democratic leaders and allies of Joe Biden are being asked to respond to an allegation of sexual assault levied against the former vice president by Tara Reid at a moment when many in the Democratic Party are eager to consolidate support for the presumptive Democratic presidential nominee. Why are you asking Joe Biden to respond to the allegation, CNN?
It's not their job to do it.
No, that's right. They're journalists, not investigators. Some of Biden's highest profile surrogates, including Minnesota Senator Amy Klobuchar and Michigan Governor Gretchen Whitmer, as well as Vermont Senator Bernie Sanders, who ended his own 2020 campaign last week before endorsing Biden on Monday, have confronted questions in recent days about the serious accusation brought forth by Reid, a woman who worked in Biden's Senate office in the early 1990s. The Biden campaign has denied the allegation. Whitmer, a national co-chair of Biden's campaign and on his short list of vice presidential picks, was asked on NPR whether the allegation gives her any pause about supporting Biden. Whitmer has publicly discussed having been sexually assaulted while in college. Quote, well, I think women should be able to tell their stories.
But
no, we haven't got there yet. And I think it is important that these allegations are vetted from the media to beyond. And I think that, it is something that no one takes lightly, Whitmer said.
Except for the media.
Go ahead, Monkey.
I just said, but
it is also something that is, personal. And so it's hard to give you greater insight than that, not knowing more about the situation, unquote.
Oh, fucking really?
I would love, if they don't do it in the story later, I would love to see if anybody can find any quotes from Gretchen Whitmer about Kavanaugh. I'm curious to know if she made any comments about the Kavanaugh accusations at the time and what her opinion was on those things, and Christine Blasey Ford in particular. Klobuchar, also widely speculated about as a possible Biden running mate, similarly told NPR that, quote, all women in these cases have the right to be heard and have their claims thoroughly reviewed, unquote. Mm-hmm. Weren't you one of the believe all women, or am I misremembering? She pointed to the dozens of people who worked with Biden at the time of the alleged assault who had been interviewed by media outlets, and went on to say that she sees Biden as a leader on the issue of domestic abuse. This isn't domestic abuse, and I doubt he was going to be sexually assaulting anybody when there's a whole bunch of people around.
Gretchen said that she tweeted out, in fact, I believe Ford.
Oh, okay. Just flat out. No conditions. Oh,
not it's difficult for me to speak on it because it's kind of personal. No, just straight up. Yeah, she's right. He did.
Sorry, I apologize. The exact quote is, I believe Dr. Ford.
Oh. You
I
should
don't want to take her out of context.
You should take a screenshot of her little comment here, put it up beside her tweet, and since you're one of her constituents, you should tweet that out.
Please.
Asked if Reid's claim should weigh significantly. I jumped ahead. In an interview on CBS's This Morning this week, Sanders was asked if he believes it is legitimate and relevant to talk about Reid's allegation. Quote, I think it's relevant to talk about anything, and I think any woman who feels that she was assaulted has every right in the world to stand up and make her claims, he responded. Wow, that sounds very progressive as compared to the two women that have been asked about those in relative terms. Asked if Reid's claim should weigh significantly, the Vermont senator added, quote, I think that she has the right to make her claims and get a public hearing, and the public will make their own conclusions about it. I just don't know enough about it to comment further, unquote.
Interesting. That statement keeps coming up a whole lot. Doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Isn't it interesting how that statement keeps going up? I don't know enough about it this time. And
This is such bullshit.
She feels she was assaulted.
Yeah.
There's actual more evidence in this case. And there's none in this case, for the record. But there's more in this case than there was in the other.
Mm-hmm.
For some of Biden's supporters and surrogates, questions related to Reid's allegation have presented a challenging balancing act of expressing support for Biden's candidacy and character while not dismissing a sexual assault allegation. Yeah, you see what happens? See what happens when you instill a atmosphere of fear and witch huntery and allegations are evidence and so on. See what kind of corner you paint yourself into when you start doing that. Democrats in particular have vocally championed the #MeToo movement in recent years, advocating for all accusers to be fully heard and recognized, including the more than a dozen women who have publicly leveled allegations against President Donald Trump, which has absolutely nothing to do with this story, but you're putting them in here. Good job, CNN. What's that got to do with Biden? What does that have to do with Biden? Is this a whataboutism right here in the middle of sexual assault allegations? Is that what you're doing? Okay. And then they do a recitation of the allegation as it is currently rendered. But I'll put the link in the chat in case people want to read that themselves. I don't know the truth of it, one side or the other. I think Biden deserves benefit of the doubt, just like anybody else should. But the more, I don't know, entertaining / infuriating thing is just the rampant hypocrisy of the whole situation by the media, by the liberal side of things. It's just, if it didn't concern something that's a very serious matter, it would almost be funny, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So.
Well, I mean, it is funny in that it shows us just how ridiculous this whole thing is.
Yes.
If you go back and look at the Blasey Ford allegation, the one that set off the whole Kavanaugh thing, we had to have a special hearing over it. We had protests outside of the Supreme Court where they were beating on the door for some fucking reason. All of that boiled down to a 30-year-old accusation where she couldn't remember shit. There's no actual evidence that this ever happened, that they were ever at this said party. Her 4 witnesses, all of them said, I don't remember nothing about this. I don't know what the fuck she's talking about. In this case, we know beyond a shadow of a doubt, this woman worked for the senator at the time.
Mm-hmm.
Now, past there, we don't know, but we know at least we know the contact happened. Personally, that they were in the working environment together. That there gives it more credibility than the other one. But we're going to pretend that doesn't happen.
On top of that, we have countless videos of Trump being actively creepy as fuck and touching people inappropriately.
I mean,
like
Biden.
Biden. Yeah.
You said Trump, yeah.
Sorry.
I mean, Trump's creepy too with his daughters and such, but yeah, okay.
But I'm saying, like, we got all that stuff, like just literal video reels that we can watch of that shit, and they're just like, no, well, I mean, we don't really have any outside of all that creepy stuff. There's no real reason to believe that. Just
the New York Times has already cleansed Biden of any guilt in those other situations, completely documented of him being creepy. That's beside the point. There's no pattern of behavior,
And look, I will tell you, I absolutely believe this woman's original complaint. Because again, her original complaint, he put his hand on my shoulder, he ran his finger down my neck, and he wanted me to serve drinks because I have nice legs. I can believe all of those things, especially based on his pattern of behavior. He fingered me in a dark corner of the gym. And I didn't tell you guys because I was labeled a bot. What?
Thank you, Sanguine. Do they mean the dozen that, like the load for Kavanaugh, that all disappeared like a fart in the wind as soon as there wasn't political kudos to win?
Mm-hmm.
How many of the Trump allegations just didn't go anywhere, had nothing to do with nothing, just people saying things or couldn't prove it, etc. And like I say, it's benefit of the doubt. Kavanaugh should have had it. Biden should have it. I don't know. But yeah, the way the playing favorites like this, it's and not getting called out on it as much as they should publicly. I mean, the only I mean, I know that maybe Fox has done it. Obviously, maybe they've done it from the other side of the equation. I know The Hill has done it, but anyway, I got one more story, and I know we're at the bottom of the hour, but I want to get this one out of the way because this one blew my top today, and not in a good way. Technically, internet fuckatry, but hey, here you go. And then my phone beeps at me. Dang it. Get all dramatic and ready, and then work says what? What is work saying? Okay, good. Apollo 13. Okay, this is where we're going. Apollo 13 is a dramatic reminder why rushing back to the moon is a mistake.
Okay.
Now, when I saw that,
rushing
I was like,
back.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Let me read. I want to read my tweet because I'm just, I'm self-centered. Like,
It's been 50 fucking years.
I said rushing back to the moon, and then I say I look back at 1972. I was like, oh yeah, let's pace ourselves, guys. Okay. Apollo 13. Yeah, Apollo 13 was really dramatic. You know how many Apollo missions we had after Apollo 13 before we ended the program? 4. Apollo 17 was our last trip to the moon, manned trip to the moon, 1972. So Apollo 13, which was 4 missions back, is a dramatic reminder why rushing back to the moon after 40, 50 freaking years or whatever is a mistake. And who is this by? This is by George Dvorsky. At Gizmodo. The Apollo program was a stunning technological feat, but putting men on the moon in effectively a tin can with a little bit of a couple heaters on it and a calculator. But on the 50th anniversary of Apollo 13, we're reminded of the tremendous risks involved and why the U.S. shouldn't return humans to the moon in haste. In haste. Yeah, we haven't had any reminders of the tremendous risks involved in space flight since, 86 with Challenger, or was it 2000 and, was it 4 or 5 with Columbia?
So, am I understanding this correctly? After Apollo 13, we had 4 more trips to the moon?
Yeah, 4 more Apollo missions. Yeah, so the last one to the moon, our last trip to the moon was Apollo 17, 1972.
Okay. And the criticism here is, after Apollo 13, sending people back to the moon 4 more times since then, we're rushing to do it now, 30 years later.
50 years
50
later.
50 years later, sorry.
Thank you, Frank Hubbard. George is just anti-moon base. Exactly. But here's the other thing, guys. And why, and I'm not going to read this whole thing because it's ridiculous on his face, but here's the thing. Apollo 13 failed to land on the moon. But what did Apollo 13 succeed in doing? Bringing everyone home alive.
Oh.
Okay. Now, the Ron Howard movie, a great movie, I love that movie, is dramatized for the sake of entertainment in places. Okay. But the chain of events in relative terms that occur in that movie is pretty much what happened in real life. You can watch the documentaries. There wasn't as much sort of dramatic dialogue between the astronauts as portrayed in the movie in real life, but the chain of events, the problems that occurred, the things that they did to try to fix the problems and bring everybody home alive, that all happened. And you know what that is? That's a success. That is a success of being able to overcome the greatest possible adversity you can imagine, practically stranded in outer space in a tin can, and we brought them home. So to mark Apollo 13 as the warning against us doing anything else in space is so blatantly ridiculous on its face. I don't know what to tell you. And I might be biased. My grandfather worked on the Apollo program. Into what capacity, we still don't know because it's all classified. But Anyway, thank you, Paige Avilas. Moonbase 2020, yes. Hashtag Moonbase 2020. It will solve all of our problems. Sanguine, thank you. This writer needs to be buggered over a barrel. We need to return to space. Space tech made modern life what it is, and there is more to learn and make. Yes. Yes. So when I read that, again, I have a semi-personal connection to the Apollo program and NASA. When I read that, I was just like, "You're shut up. You do not know what you're talking about, and you're rushing back to. Come on. I mean, just that part alone. Come on, 50 years. Anyway, I could go on, but we must go on to MSS News. So, guys, if you have news stories you would like us to read on the air, granted I don't lose my voice for some reason, please send them to us via Twitter using the hashtag MSSNews. Can't promise to get to them all, but that's just because I'm long-winded about NASA and the moon base that we should have by now. 30 years ago. Anyway. Let's see. Oh, no. And with that, can you tell who I'm going to be talking about now? Frosted Glass sends us this one. From the Mary Sue, of all places.
Oh, God.
Thank you, Gamer Valine. I would use the Challenger in Columbia as a better reference, but the Saturn V was basically a crew between 5 bombs. Hey, all.
Yep.
Yes.
How you doing, Gamer?
Let's see. Excuse me. Look, we've been attracted to cartoon characters before. Let's talk about it.
You know the part that bothers me with that?
What's that?
Is on Twitter, it's Scar.
If it was a picture of Jessica Rabbit, I'd be right there with him. I would be right there with him. But
they
yeah,
use the
Scar.
lion.
And this is by, just for reference, Rachel Leishman, or Leishman. I think I know that name. Growing up, I'd find myself infatuated with the characters that filled my Disney films. It wasn't until I got older that I realized I maybe thought Scar and then Kovu were hot lions, but in honor of being honest, ... they're hot. I didn't draw them, do not blame me, but with that realization comes the knowledge that A, I can think cartoons are hot, and B, they're lions, ?
They're actually drawn to look like lions.
Yeah.
You sick fuck.
But it's more than just the Lion King movies. From The Beast to Prince Eric, which, I mean, would be mildly more understandable, sort of. Disney has a history of making hot characters.
Oh, God.
Hell, I would still marry Jack Skellington if he strolled up with Zero and started singing at me. A glorified stick figure you find hot.
Well, I judge anybody who watches that movie harshly anyway, but...
Paige Avilas, thank you. The Mary Sue author is a furry confirmed.
Yep. No. Zoophile confirmed.
The latest in this long line of hot characters to pique my fancy is Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse's Peter B. Parker. That's not a Disney movie.
Well, it's
it's just cartoon characters. Okay.
cartoon, yeah.
And I guess by extension, the Peter Parker of Miles Morales' world who dies and is voiced by Chris Pine. You guess by extension.
At least they're doing human characters now.
Well, until you get down to Robin Hood the Fox in the Disney movie.
It's fuck.
Yeah. Okay, I'm done with that one. That's fine.
Don't let that woman near a zoo.
Okay, what was the title of this article again? Because I am a little...
Look, we've all been attracted to cartoon characters before. Let's talk about it.
Cartoon, especially ones that are made to look...
Is that Monkey or is that me?
That was Monkey.
Look attractive.
Monkey, you just roboted off into nothing.
Hello?
Monkey?
You're talking about a lion, you crazy...
Monkey?
Oh, he's still going.
Or he's in the past. I don't know which. Yeah. Monkey?
Hello?
Are you with
Hi.
us?
I don't know.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like it.
Yeah, it's a little bit
Yeah, he might be stuck in the past, echoing or something. Let's see. Well, until we know that Monkey's back, I'm going to move on to the wonderful world of Massive Dynamics, who gives us this little gem from the Guardian. Oh, God. I am extremely attracted to my brother-in-law, and now we're locked down together.
I remember that title, but did we read this story or something, or did we skip it?
Let's see. This is from April 14th, so 3 days ago. So it was this week, but I don't remember.
Yeah, I don't know if we read it. I just remember the title.
Well, I'll go into it a little bit and see what it says, and if it sounds familiar, we'll move on. Let's see. Because of the coronavirus, I am staying in my late mother's home with my husband, his brother and wife, and our young children. Okay. This seemed like a good idea so we could share chores and childcare. 2 of us are still working from home full time. But the situation has become uncomfortable for me because I'm extremely attracted to my brother-in-law. I had hoped this feeling would die down, but it has got worse, and over the past 3 weeks, I have become aware that he seems to be lusting after me. My husband and I rarely have sex, owing to his lack of interest, which set in after our second child was born, so I am frustrated and afraid that something is going to happen, or that others in the house will pick up on the vibe between us. How can I stop this feeling? You can be an adult and understand the ramifications of what you would be doing if you did that, and not do it.
Isn't it crazy how like that right there is just like profound? It's like, what?
Yeah.
What do you mean not do it?
Yeah.
That's an option.
Yeah. Self-control, being able to have some forethought of your actions, cause and effect. This is an advice column thing. So I'm not going to read the real answer because God knows whatever it is. But yeah,
I'm curious about the answer. Actually,
really? Okay.
Yeah, I am.
Under normal circumstances, erotic tension is increased when there is an obstacle to acting on it. But now you have the extra challenge because courting danger is in non-virus related ways is a common behavior during this time. Is it?
Maybe.
Courting danger. I don't know, chat. In this time of virus, do you feel more free to quote unquote court danger, like destroy your marriage, your family, and scar your children for life? Does that sound like a good trade-off?
That chick did yesterday when she asked her fucking husband, was he fucking his daughter? Because
oh God, if that story is true, holy
right.
Let's see. Here we go. Like many others, you may be unconsciously drawn to apparel that you can control. Recognize this and set firm boundaries. Do your best never to be alone in a room with your brother-in-law. Stop fantasizing about him. Increase your bonds with his wife and children. Work to improve your relationship with your husband and try to reawaken your sex life together. Focus on your children, on establishing routine, exercising, calming your mind, and keeping your family safe.
Wow.
Hey, good job.
That was a really good answer.
This wasn't a salon.com thing. This was the person at the Guardian. Good job. You did a good one there.
Only thing was missing was don't be a slut, you slut.
Monkey, are you back with us? Monkey. Monkey. I'm guessing not, or I don't know.
Probably not.
All right. Well, we will move on from that. Oh, this isn't good news. This one comes from senior staff reporter and chief Florida correspondent Colleen Bernier. I don't know that I know who this person is. Maybe it'll tell me. YouTuber Steve Cash found dead of self-inflicted gunshot wound at 40.
Oh.
Who's Steve Cash?
That, if I remember correctly, that was the dude who did those videos where he was making his, he was acting like he was talking to his animals or whatever. Yeah.
Steve Cash, a YouTube performer famous for his Talking Kitty Cat video series, has died at 40. The Nampa Police Department in Idaho responded to a call at his home on Thursday morning and found Cash dead of a self-inflicted gunshot wound. There was no indication of foul play. Cash's wife, Celia DaCosta Cash, confirmed the news of his death on Facebook. This is so hard. This is a quote. This is so hard. I'm not even sure what to say, or for that matter, what to do. I just lost my best friend, my sidekick, my lover, my mentor, my absolute everything this morning. I'm so sad to say my husband, Steve Cash, took his own life. Yeah. Cash, a musician and animal lover, became famous on YouTube 9 years ago for videos of him having conversations with his cat, Sylvester. He amassed more than 2.4 million subscribers with his videos featuring animals talking like humans. They got as many as 17 million views and attracted a cult following online. Merch featured some of his famous catchphrases. But he was open about his struggles with mental health. Last year, when a fan pointed out that he was more active on social media, he responded that he's, quote, just bipolar. I'm on a manic up right now. When I go back into depression, I'll vacate everything. His fan base was left reeling Friday as they found out of his passing. That's terrible. That's bad. Yeah. Well, I mean, anybody out there, if you're feeling that down, please call for help. Call somebody, talk it out. Do not hurt yourself, please. Is Monkey like just muted, or is it a ghost, an internet ghost of Monkey being here?
The ghost of Monkey.
The ghost of Monkey. Thank you. This is Kyle. Hello, chat people in Latin. Hello, Kyle.
Latin.
That sounds like it should be like a department store or something. Let's go to Latin. Like Big Lots, but just Latin.
Latin.
Or it sounds like Jerry Lewis trying to say something like Latin. Pretty lady. Pretty lady.
That voice used to be very common in cartoons and shit.
Yes. Yeah, it was always a Jerry Lewis takeoff. And now Monkey's gone.
All right.
Will he be back? Tune in next time. Oh, there he is.
On Dragon.
Monkey.
Hello.
Hi. You here now? Yay.
Seem to be. Yeah, I just had to go reset my router.
Okay. Well, good. We missed you. Let's see. This one comes from Shrouded Angel. Oh, some good news.
Oh.
Oh, wait. Dark Alal says, Scribe Light, Lawton's is a drugstore up here. Oh, Lawtons. Lawton's. Well, there goes that. Well, we don't have a W in there or an A. So, yeah, we're fine. We're fine. New dad loses his job due to coronavirus, then wins 2.4 million pounds on the lottery.
What?
Okay. A young dad who lost his job as a result of the COVID-19 pandemic has won millions of pounds on the lottery. The unnamed man... Sorry?
I said, alrighty.
The unnamed man in his 20s is one of millions around the world who have been left worrying about how they will cope after being made unemployed because of coronavirus. With a wife and young baby, the father was stressed and worried about how he support this little family. How he would support, maybe. But all that changed when he won the top prize in Australia's The Lots Set for Life game. It's safe to say that his and his family's life will never be the same after he netted a huge Australian dollars, $4.8 million win, which is around 2.4 million pounds. Because, you know. And, yeah, for the next 20 years, the family will receive $20,000 Australian dollars, which is equivalent of 10,200 pounds a month. Okay, $20,000 a month. Okay, because I was like $20,000 a year for 20 years? That doesn't make any sense. The Australian dad purchased his ticket online at the lot.com, which has since been confirmed by officials. Well, good for him. Hope it doesn't ruin your life like a whole bunch of other millionaires have when they want all that money.
Yeah. Use it wisely.
Mm-hmm. What else shall we do?
Change your phone number.
Yeah, no kidding.
Give your wife.
All right, let's do this one because this was a big story today. Everybody's kind of like scratching their head about this one. Land O'Lakes changed its packaging and removed the drawing of a Native American woman long criticized as a racist stereotype.
That's stupid.
Yeah. Land O'Lakes recently changed the packaging for its consumer products to remove the image of a Native American woman with a feather in her hair and instead focus on the farmers who make the dairy cooperative's products. The change, yes.
Well, I was getting ready to ask a question, but I stopped. But since you stopped, I wonder how people in these groups feel when you call their ancestors like that actual look that their ancestors had just some fucking stereotype. You know what I mean? As opposed to this is the official dress of our ancestors, and this is how they looked, and we're very proud of it and how it looks. They're just like, nah, that's just some stupid stereotype. You don't need to fucking. It's like it's our culture. Like who the fuck are you to tell us that it's just a stereotype? That's always funny. I always wonder like how people feel in those cultures when shit like that is said. But anyway.
Let's see. The change was welcomed by those who saw the previous packaging as perpetuating racist stereotypes. The update was announced in February and had already started to appear on tub butters and cheese products at that time. It was slated to roll out to sticks of butter this spring and summer, and all of Land O'Lakes products should have new packaging by the end of 2020. The change was implemented ahead of the company's 100th year in business. The new packaging is very similar to the original, save for the removal of the Native American woman. It also added the phrase farmer owned above the Land O'Lakes name. According to Modern Farmer, the original logo had existed since 1928, but had seen some tweaks over the years. Quote, as Land O'Lakes looks towards our 100th anniversary, we've recognized we need packaging that reflects the foundation and heart of our company culture, and nothing does that better than our farmer owners whose milk is used to produce. Stop with the bullshit. Okay, you're giving in to political correctness pressure and virtue signaling this stuff. It wasn't harming anybody. It was a brand name. It's a 100-year-old image.
Yeah.
Get a life. Get a life. Thank you, Okie Native. Only the SJW NDNs care about that kind of thing. Yeah. Like nobody was beating down your door with torches and pitchforks to make you do this.
100 years, though. After 100 years, you're just like, oh, this was a real problem for us. Like,
yeah, you know.
No, it wasn't.
Let's see. North Dakota Representative Ruth Buffalo, reportedly a member of the Mandan, Hidatsa, and Arikara Nation. Reportedly? Well, is she or isn't she? Told the Grand Forks Tribune that the old image went, quote, hand in hand with human and sex trafficking of our women and girls.
100 years of that, huh? And okay.
She's holding a stick of butter. What
well, butter's good lube.
Oh, Lord. All right. Never mind. I'm done with this article.
People. Oh, my God, people. Your lives are so insignificant that you're just like, and I'm sure somebody's out there like, yeah, we did it. It's like, okay. You have taken away the Native American image off of something, and it's probably going to be replaced with some white person. Sounds familiar, eh? Like, cool. You did it. You won. Good job.
We'll finish off with this one because, gosh, I haven't thought about this guy in quite a while. This one comes from Subpar regarding Jussie Smollett.
Oh,
God, I haven't thought about Jussie in quite a while. What's going on with Jussie? This is from the Calgary Herald. Oh, boy, Canada. Jussie Smollett had previous sexual relationship with alleged attacker.
Wait, what?
Wow.
So one of the two brothers is Jussie Smollett and his alleged attacker, Abel Osundario, previously enjoyed a sexual relationship, an insider has alleged. Oh, okay.
All right.
The actor stands accused of making a series of false reports to the Chicago Police Department in Illinois last January when he claimed to have been the victim of a vicious hate crime attack in the city. According to a new report, the former Empire star was more than friends with one of his alleged attackers. Well, being friends was enough, honestly. As the pair had an intimate relationship after meeting at an upscale Chicago bathhouse. I don't care.
Page said so he had sex with himself.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, no shit.
Thank you, Mike Downey. Congrats. I now have the cancer. This is okay. Scandalous, salacious, irrelevant. whether he did or he didn't. I mean, we already knew that he was friends and coworkers with those guys. They'd been on his show and all that, so it doesn't make it any worse or anything. So whatever.
Yep. Also, just hearsay. So grain of salt, folks.
Yep, just like the actual crime itself. Hearsay. Thank you, Gamer Valine. Regret isn't rap. Oh, wrong conversation. Oh, har.
Nyeh, 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 nyeh.
Nyep, 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 nyep. You know what that's from? Satsu, that little nyep, nyep, nyep.
That's a lot of shit for me.
No, originally.
Not specific. No, not original.
No, Three Stooges.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, Curly. Nyep, 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 nyep. Anyway, just being an old man. Well, guys, thank you so much for all the stories. Sorry I didn't get to them all. But, sometimes I'm long-winded. I warned you. I wasn't lying. I wasn't lying, but I'm sure not Scar.
Oh,
No,
boy.
it doesn't make sense. Okay. We'll move on to YouTube time. I'll go first because I have very little to report. Didn't do anything today except this show. But I have, in preparation for the weekend, I've got 2. I might set a third one up. Different options for myself for TEDx talks. Because I've got a few. I collected quite a little bundle today of interesting things or things that could be interesting. And so I'm ready to go with a bunch of options this weekend. I'm going to do one tomorrow on Saturday, and I'll probably do one on Sunday as well. I will let everybody know on Twitter when those will be, likely around between 11 and noon Pacific time. But I'll let you guys know. And that's all I got. So, Satsu, what have you been up to?
Well, I have been playing some Final Fantasy very slowly and on the whenever I get a chance to, mostly in the mornings. Final Fantasy VII Remake, and I got an interesting idea that I thought would be cool for like a video. It might be difficult for me to pull off because I'd have to lug my PlayStation in here to do it. But I was thinking, since Final Fantasy VII is still very iconic, and this new remake is not a replacement for it. If you were thinking that it was going to be, it isn't. It's fun, and they added a whole bunch of new stuff, and I like it for what it is. But it is not a replacement. I did think it would be kind of interesting to play certain sections of the original game and then immediately play that specific section in the remake. Just to get kind of a contextual side-by-side comparison of, what the actual differences are and how significant the changes are that they made. As I said, it'd probably be a bit of work. And lugging my PlayStation back in here and trying to record that footage is absolutely going to be a pain in the ass. But I've been considering it. I thought that would be something cool to do. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, real quick. Thank you, Red Dirt Runner. Just partition the government to stop naming military equipment after natives like this. They still own them.
Mm-mm.
Oh, petition, you mean? Oh. I was like, partition the government. What? Oh boy, yeah, the Apache helicopter and all that kind of thing. And thank you, Sanguine. Sorry, Scribe, but you pitched it down the center of the plate. We know you are Scar, since at least one vice journal wants to be plowed by him. That was Mary Sue, unless there's a different article. But no, I'm not Scar. I didn't even. I can't say that Scar is one of my favorite Disney villains. Although Jeremy Irons is pretty cool. But anyway, sorry, Satsu.
No problem. Let's see what else. Cooking video stuff, just editing that stuff or whatever. We did a stream last night playing 7 days. Green Hell. Goddamn.
7 days of Green Hell.
7 days of Green Hell. And that was fun. Although we went way over the time. We literally were like creeping up on 4.5 hours, even though our regular streams are usually only 2. But Squishy was up and she didn't have to work, so she's like, "Have fun, babe. Don't worry about Squeetus. I got her." And I'm like, "Yay!"
Oh my god.
So that was fun. We definitely won't be going that long tonight, but we will be playing afterwards. So come and hang out with us. Green Hell is a good fucking time. It's buggy and it's kind of glitchy, and it has some minor issues that need to be ironed out. You can definitely tell this is kind of their first crack at the multiplayer thing, but we're having fun. So That's what I've been up to today.
All right, Monkey.
Did a monkey in the morning sometime this last mid-afternoon, and that's it. That's all I've been doing.
And Green Hell.
Yeah.
Green Hill.
All right. Well then, on to fuckatry time. I already did my moon outrage, as it were. Let's see. The purple pill perspective tried his first pepper jack today. Try saying that 12 times fast. And apparently he loves it. Never going back to Jack and Coke because it's the best.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, I see. I have a convert. It's true. Let's see. NPR wanted us to know this today. The Democratic presidential nominees included the largest group of women candidates ever seen, but none of them got the nomination. Why? It may have been less that people are sexist themselves and more that they're worried everyone else is.
What?
Also, I said, but let's not bother to mention all of the men who didn't get the nomination either, because, I mean, they don't matter. Yeah.
All roads lead to sexism.
Yeah, because you see, here's the problem is, if I vote for Elizabeth Warren, obviously the rest of the country isn't going to vote for her because the rest of the country's sexist. I'm not sexist. The rest of the country is. So I can't vote for her because it'd be a wasted vote. So I got to go after the guy. You see, it's the reverse psychology I'm putting on myself. That's what it is, says NPR. Thank you, Professor Chaos. Scribe, have you tried the new Dr. Pepper cream soda? No, I haven't, and I'm not. I can't say I hate cream soda, but I'm not a reflexive fan of cream soda. So I don't even know if that I've seen it. I'm making my weekly grocery store outing tomorrow morning, so I'll take a look, but I may not actually get it. Let's see. NPR also reported, for weeks, the Trump administration has accused China of covering up the scale of its coronavirus outbreak and extent of its deaths. Today, China has revised its official count, adding 1,300 coronavirus deaths in Wuhan. And I said, so have we all now been vindicated for not believing or trusting China? Because I've been told in various ways over the last several weeks that such suspicions were inherently racist.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I'm sure the numbers they gave us today are totally the right numbers.
Mm-hmm.
Totally the right numbers. And lastly, several people tagged me or retweeted me an image that someone named RomePix.com put up of the Wanderer Above the Sea Fog being ticketed by a British police officer. I think a British police officer. And everybody's like, well, Scribe, what did you do? What did you do wrong? What were they arresting you for? And I had various responses like, oi, that phallus violates maximum length regulations, mate. Or, do you have a license for that walking stick? That kind of thing. So that was fun. But, yeah. That's all I got. Thank you, Mike Downey. China lied. I'm shocked. Shocked! Yes. Seamus Derby says, for the last time, it's Dr. Daniel's Pepper Jack is cheese, Scribe Light. Yes, because no two things can have the same name and not be taken as different things. By the way, and I've mentioned this little recipe before, if you want a fun, yummy little hors d'oeuvre recipe, what you do is you go find those little bell peppers, those mini bell peppers. Not every store has them. My store, as far as I know, used to have them. Anyway, you find mini bell peppers, take them home, you cut off the tops like they're little helmets or whatever. You got little cropped off pepper there. You core out the middle, you take out the inside meat and all that and all the seeds. Make sure you get all the seeds out. And you take these little mini pepper shells and you put in there a little slice of pepper jack cheese and a sun-dried tomato from the jar with the oil in it and everything. And then you serve those just as is, as little hors d'oeuvres. And they are so yummy and simple to make. they're delicious and good for you. So there you go.
I got a donation over on my Streamlabs. Thank you, Gamer Valine, who says, do you remember the South Park episode where Butters found his dad at a bathhouse? Oh, yeah. It's the one where his mom tries to kill him.
Oh, man. Anyway, that's all the fucking tree I got. Satsu, what do you got?
Well, saw an article from the Daily Mail, oddly enough, UK, that says beaches in Florida will start reopening this evening. Yeah. I think. Hold on. Let me look at this again. Okay. Yeah. So this was today. And I had a couple people commenting on this today. I saw some of the comments over there, and people were like, "If Trump would just fucking do his job," and I'm like, "Did Trump okay this?" I didn't know Trump said, Florida, open your beaches, because I'm pretty sure that wasn't Trump. Which, once again, like I said, I find myself in this confusion when everybody's saying that Trump's an evil dictator that wants to take over and run the country. But every time these other places do something, of their own accord, then they're like, oh, it must have been Trump. But he didn't do it. So, like, which is it? Is he a dictator that's pulling all the strings, or is he not? Because I am totally confused right now. But yeah, it seems like people are unhappy about this on both sides, though. So at least that's partially consistent. Consistency is not a thing that survives very long nowadays. Let me see, what else did I find today? Oh, that tweet that people were sharing that apparently Trump made in, was it 2009 or something like that? 2009, November 23rd is apparently when Trump put this tweet out. Obama's handling of this whole pandemic has been terrible. As president, all responsibility becomes yours during a crisis like this. Whether or not you're entirely to blame, John McCain, and for that matter, myself, would never let the Americans die from a pandemic while in office.
Uh-huh.
Now,
Trump is a hypocrite, you're saying? Oh my God.
Well, I had looked at it and I was like, this is a really interesting tweet. It's 291 characters long, which is which is kind of strange for Twitter in 2009. I thought maybe I got the dates right, but they didn't have that many characters, did they, back then?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
140.
Not only that,
Yep.
This thing is punctuated perfectly.
Now that's a red flag.
And there are no exclamation points in it. So I'm like, super X'd out, sir. And what was really funny is this girl that I know that's really liberal on Facebook was super pissed off about this post getting floated around. She was like, I fucking hate my people. Like, I hate liberals. I hate Democrats. She was like, y'all are the most hypocritical pieces of shit I've ever fucking seen. She's like, stop sharing this. It is not real. He didn't say it. I hate Trump too, but this is fake. I'm just like, that is funny.
Wasn't that just like easily verifiable though? He just searches Twitter feed.
It's a little difficult to get down to 2009 from now on there. Like, that's a lot of scrolling. So, and I don't even know if you can really go back that far that easily. Maybe you can like Google it, but I wouldn't even know how to do that. Well, I mean, I would know how to Google something. It's just like I don't know how to like take that specific thing and try to lock it down on Google.
Oh, well, you don't lock it down on Google. You go on Twitter. You put in the word from and then colon and then the person's tag. So like mine would be from colon scribe _ light, all one line. And then you type in whatever it is you're looking for to search their feed for. So a keyword, a phrase, whatever else. And then you hit search and it'll search it. It'll find it.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That'll be
Thank you, Gamer Valine. Florida and Phoenix don't care about a cough. Went to Sedona and Flagstaff yesterday. They were a ghost town. I slept for 13 hours after the 400-mile drive. Jesus. Whew. That is quite a road trip. I'm surprised you weren't hitting like roadblocks and everything and trying to keep you from spreading the Rona. Thanks so much.
There may have been other things that I saw, but I can't think. Oh well, I guess this ain't fuckistry. This is more of a meme that I saw. But the headline is a anime swordsman be like, and it's this dude like having sex with this chick or whatever, and then he just stops, and she's like, "Why did you stop?" And he turns around and says, "Because it's already done." And then he zips up his pants, and when it gets to the top, the fucking screen changes, and she's just like, "Oh my god!" I'm like, dude, anime memes are fucking hilarious. But anyway, that's all I've been up to.
All right. Monkey.
I know I saw some shit. Let's see. This was just something Peggy Noonan had tweeted out a picture. It says, it's in a bookstore. It says, please note, the post-apocalyptic fiction section has been moved to current affairs.
In current events?
No, it says current affairs.
Current affairs. That's a TV show. Whatever.
I didn't write the sign.
I know. I'm just saying. That's stupid.
Why are you going to ruin the joke over that one word?
Stupid.
Wow.
Stupid.
Same shit.
So my next part of fucketry is this guy I stream with ruined a fucking joke over a word.
Stupid.
Because of the Donald Trump's liberate things, he did the liberate Minnesota tweet, and Ilhan Omar tweeted out, on it, we're fighting hard in liberating Minnesota from you and all the science deniers come November.
Okay.
Way to own him, girl. Way to own him.
Real quick. Thank you, Mike Downey. Oh my God, son of a beach. I guess. Sure.
Somebody screenshot that tweet for 20 for the election.
Yeah.
CNN did their article on Tara Reid today. It's the first one they've done. But a little while ago, Chris Cillizza had tweeted out, what's your best story you read this week? Send me the URL. I'm making a list. Several people in reaction to that have sent him the articles that CNN hasn't covered the Tara Reid thing. Now they can point to and go, hey, we finally done it. Yeah, you finally did it, but you ain't done it in the last several weeks when everybody else was talking about it. Mm-hmm. It is funny to me because I'm in an argument with a guy right now over this, who is like, they finally covered it today. I just don't find this woman credible. I read her story and I don't find it credible. I'm like, well, I don't find it credible either, but it's still more believable than Blasey Ford's was. And the same guy comes at me with E. Jean Carroll. I'm like, oh,
Jesus,
dear fuck.
So your argument is that you find that one credible, but not this one.
Mm-hmm. Well, his semen is on her coat.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was proven by science, was it?
Yeah, they still haven't, as far as I know, determined that is his sperm that's on her coat. You know, it's going to be funny if it turns out this one actually is spinach dip. But
you tripped out if it was biting, Scott.
Oh yeah, it would.
He's like, oops, forgot about that one.
Yeah. Anyhow, I think that's all I really did. Oh, did you guys see the video of the white chick dancing?
Yes.
To own Trump.
I didn't see that. Thank God.
Oh, let me find it and send it to you, Satsu. I'll throw it in the chat. It's
bad.
It's bad. Yeah, white girls should not dance. And she put this up herself. She's very proud of it, you guys. So
I'm gonna have to slap that one down. I done seen some white girls tear some shit up, but this white girl shouldn't dance.
Yeah, I just posted it in the chat there. Check it out if you haven't seen it yet, because oh my. And I think it was Roaming Millennial who said, you should have set this to music. It would look better. Several people have gone through and set it to music, and there's a reason this isn't set to music. Because she's not in any fucking rhythm. And as everybody who's tried to set it to music, she's so off fucking beat, it's ridiculous. But anyhow, yeah, check it out. It's interesting. That's all I got.
All right. Well, I don't know. Should we do a Mad Lib or have a deep topic or? I mean, I'd love to talk about The Shield with you guys, but, Monkey just won't watch it, and Satsu's never seen it.
Oh, yeah, and guys, that is her Liberate America from Trump dance.
Like a rain dance?
She's actually named it that.
It's supposed to, magically make it happen?
I guess.
Oh, why would you do that?
Thank you, Sanguine. It turns out it, too, was Bill's issue. Oh, Bill Clinton's? Yeah. That'd be funny. It's like, I mistook Bill Clinton for Donald Trump.
One of the comments is, I'm going to vote for Trump now because of this video.
Oh, this dance is just, I can't stop watching it. It's so bad.
This is pretty bad.
All right. Well, let's do a Mad Lib.
All right.
Which one do I want to do here? No, it's too short. Need one lots and lots of words. That's all right. Okay. So, chat, this is what I need from you in order to contribute to today's Mad Lib. We might be able to do 2, depending on how long this takes. So, I need from you, and be sure to put these in their own separate little chat messages, a type of material. Take that however you will. An occupation and an adjective. A type of material, an occupation, and an adjective. All right.
All of my words are going to come from this dance video.
That's going to be something. Thank you, Gamer Valine. Those jeans are worse. Hashtag mompooch. Oh, boy. All right. Well, Monkey, here's your crack at it. Well, give me a noun.
Cunt.
Jesus. Satsu, I need a famous person.
Why am I forgetting her name now? Bitch, the hell that the bloody head of Trump. What the fuck is that?
Kathy Griffin.
Kathy Griffin. Yeah, I could remember. I saw her doofy ass face, but I couldn't think of her name.
Monkey, I need a mythical creature.
White girl who can dance.
Okay. Satsu, I need a noun.
Ripped jeans.
Jesus. Monkey, I need a verb.
Seize?
Satsu, I need a verb ending in ed.
Failed.
Monkey, I need a famous person.
Angela Belcamino.
How do you spell the last name?
Belcamino.
Satsu, I need a verb ending in ed again.
Danced? Question mark.
Monkey, I need an adjective.
Retarded.
Satsu, I need a noun plural.
How about 2 left feet?
Monkey, I need another famous person.
Richard Hawking is all that's coming to mind. Or Stephen Hawking. What? I think he could dance better than her.
I would.
Thank you, Gamer Valine. Mythical creature, white girl with booty, according to Monk.
Shit.
Satsu, I need an occupation.
Trying to think of something related.
Influencer.
Yeah, there you go. Influencer. That's perfect.
Oh, God. Monkey, I need another adjective.
Spastic.
And lastly, Satsu, I need an adverb. Those are the ones that end in ly.
Embarrassingly.
Okay. And now on to chat. A type of material. I saw something just a second ago, and now it's disappeared. Type of material. Who said? There it is. Advocus Diaboli Corduroy. Like that. Corduroy. Occupation. Scrolling up. Cannibalistic Wizard says fluffer. Sure. And adjective. Who's got an adjective for me type of material? No. Adjective. I don't see any adjectives. Occupation. Type of material. No adjectives. There we go. Attack alpaca. Cadmium yellow. Okay. Sure. All right. Here we go, guys. Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. In his second term at Hogwarts School of Cunt and Wizardry, Harry Potter, played by Kathy Griffin, is warned by a white girl who can dance, named Dobby, that ripped jeans will seize when he returns to Hogwarts.
Oh.
Besides the fact that he is still failed by Professor Snape, played by Angela Belcamino, and danced by Draco Malfoy, Tom Felton, Harry gets off to a retarded start with his two left feet, Ron Weasley and Hermione Granger, played by Stephen Hawking. Also, famous influencer Gilderoy Lockhart, Kenneth Branagh, has joined the Hogwarts staff and is the new defense against the spastic arts teacher. But now, Hogwarts students are embarrassingly being turned into corduroy. But who is the one doing it? Malfoy? Fluffer Hagrid? Or even Harry? But what if it's Lord Voldemort trying to make his cadmium yellow return? I have no idea. Thank you again, Sanguine. I am just waiting for when Scribe says, those are the ones that end in LY and someone to blurt out fly. School of Cunt and Wizardry. Oh boy. All right. Well, I will set that one aside for later then.
That's funny.
We'll do one more here just because we've got the time. And what the heck? Let's see. Something that I haven't done before, or at least I don't know that I've done before.
Oh, wait, I got my video back up. Hang on.
Okay.
Where's White Girl Dancing? I just had her. Damn it.
I don't know. No, that's too short. I need one with more words than that. Maybe. Okay, we'll try this one. All right, so chat, this is what I need from you. Very basics. I need a noun, I need a verb, and I need an adjective. A noun, a verb, and an adjective. Satsu, I need a girl's name.
Karen.
Monkey, I need a noun.
Trump dance.
Satsu, I need a boy's name.
Kevin.
Monkey, I need a noun. Seeing a pattern here.
Hips.
They don't
lie. Let's see. Satsu, I need a verb ending in S.
Well, that's cheating. How about oh god damn. I'm just gonna say fails. Fuck it.
Okay. Monkey, I need a noun again.
Combat boots.
Combat boots? Wait,
or boot.
Combat boots?
Boot. Okay, combat boot. All right. Satsu, I need a noun plural.
How about alleys?
Alleys? Oh,
Yeah.
I mean like an alley? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Monkey, I need an animal plural.
Pussy.
Hooks.
Cat.
Cat.
Of course.
Cats?
You know what I meant.
Pussy cat. Okay. Satsu, I also need an animal plural.
Gerbils.
All right. Monkey, I need a verb.
It's hard to stay on theme.
There's just, so many. There's only so many, and they're all related. Video.
Thank you, Mike Downey. Noun, strap-on. Yes, I paid $2 for that. I guess I can't complain about that. And lastly, Satsu, I need an adjective.
How about disturbed?
All right. On to chat. Well, I can't really look past that, so the noun will be strap-on. Verb. Let's see. Devil Fruit Zero says koofing.
Got the coof.
And an adjective. Pyrus Creed says eager. Eager. All right. This is a short one, guys. This is popular video game number 2. In Karen, Trump Dance of Time,
Nice.
you play Kevin, a young boy who has no hips. In this adventure, he fails with his trusty combat boot and many other alleys from his inventory. He travels through time, working with pussycats and gerbils to video the disturbed strap-on and koofing Karen, the eager princess. That bizarrely actually kind of works at the end.
It does, yeah.
That was something else. I'll have to. I'm going to save that one too. All right. Well, guys, thank you so much for your contributions, one and all. Let me get that there. I will post those as a duo. Let's see. I got to hold on a second. I got to do some very simple image editing here. Let's see now. What are you guys playing tonight on the game stream? Was it again? Green Hell?
Green Hell.
All right. Green Hell. Is that still early access, or is that now a full game?
Full game.
Yeah, it's full release.
Okay. How much is it? Do you know?
24.
24, yeah.
I had 25 with tax and all that, I believe.
Is it worth it at present?
I think so.
Yeah. Especially if you can get it's a lot more fun in a group, as survival games often are.
Yeah.
It is pretty fun on its own. Because the story's pretty interesting too. I haven't played through the whole thing yet, but I haven't heard a bad thing about the story. So,
all right. Well, chat, it is now your time. If you have questions, comments, concerns, complaints, conspiracy theories, I don't even know what else to mention there. But if you've got them, put them in the chat now. If you have questions for us, please put plenty of chat marks after those. If you have statements for us to consider, please put plenty of statement marks after those. Remember, tomorrow night, per usual, will be on Monkey's channel at the regular time. Be sure to share the streams when you see them and the content of the creators you like so that other people know that they exist, because YouTube ain't doing that for us. Delfruit Zero, Scribe Lake, could we submit a Mad Lib? Sure. Why not? Tweet me a link or something, and we can try that sometime. Let's see. Kiefer Dam, did you see the hashtag protect Terrence K. Williams? No. What happened to Terrence K. Williams?
He's getting death threats and people being, racist and shitty because he's a Trump supporter. So he's a Trump supporter and black. So that gives Democrats the chance to go back and use the words of their forefathers,
which they love to use, by the way.
Techo Pekka, do you ever watch Bat Dad? I like the ones where he's like pointing out his wife's body, just because I'm a perv like that. But yeah, I've seen some of his clips.
The only Bat Dad I know of is the South Park character.
Oh no, there's a guy. Well, if they're talking about the same person, there's a guy on YouTube who like wears a Batman mask and talks to the Batman voice, and he just like scares his wife by going like, it's like Jill, and then she's like washing her hair or something, and be like, be sure to use enough conditioner or something like that. It's like that.
You'd be scaring the fuck out of her too.
Yeah, she's giving her a complex or whatever. Let's see. Dr. No Scribe, like, what really goes on in Comet Ping Pong after closing hours?
None.
What? I don't know what that means. Comet Ping Pong? Is that a place or is that a game? I don't know. Pyrus Creed, if the Apollo projects were going to the moon, why were they named after the Greek god of the sun? I don't know. I'm sure there's a logic behind it, but I don't know. Alyssa doesn't lie. What advice do you have for people who usually fight/argue with their family that are now stuck at home with them? Learn tolerance. I don't know.
Get really nice headphones.
Yeah, I mean, either keep your distance or try to find some kind of common ground and put off the acrimony as long as you can.
I mean, it probably wouldn't hurt to try to use this opportunity to get to the bottom of whatever is causing y'all to argue so much. But I mean, if you don't want to deal with that, my solution is always headphones.
Stay in your room.
Don't leave.
No, there's an impeachment dance from this chick. It's on YouTube. She has a YouTube channel.
Great.
It's in the chat. Oh my God.
Can I speak?
Sure. I wasn't stopping you.
Yeah, you were.
No, you can talk even when I am. That's how I do it when you're talking.
Yeah, my manners preclude me from trying to talk over people.
And this is why you're like, can y'all hear me? And we're sitting here like, are we supposed to talk?
Every time.
You need to make up your mind.
The next 6 minutes, Scribe. When was the last time you had an Orange Julius? Oh, God. 5 years ago? I don't know. I can't recall. I was never a big fan. Mike Downey, how much chuck could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? I don't know. Purple Pill, have you guys heard about the MSNBC host who started asking about whether Biden should make a shadow government and military? No. Who is that? Curious to know. Dr. No Comet Ping Pong is the pizza restaurant in D.C. Oh, is that the Pizzagate restaurant? I'm assuming. I don't know. I don't know much about that conspiracy theory. Mike Downey says, Ranting Monkey, have you ever considered making an indie comic where you fight your arch nemesis, Stairman?
No, that's more talent than I have.
I think Grizilla's working on that. I mean, the bad guy should really be called Stairmaster. Pyrus Creed, do you think Kate Kennedy can get other adult film stars onto the show? And if so, who would you like from that particular industry on Lords of the Night? I mean, most of the porn stars I'd want to talk to are probably retired by now. God, I don't know. Trying to think. Who's a modern actress? It's not from.
I don't know any of them by name.
Let's see. Well, ones that I find really pretty. Whitney Westgate. What's her name? Athena Palomino. And that. They always have names like they take names of like famous people and they put them together, and I'm just suddenly blanking on a couple of them. Harlow Harrison. Harlow Harrison. Yeah. Anyway. Mashishu, Scribe, get off Top Chat. You skipped my question twice. Oh, you're right. I am on Top Chat. Okay. I skipped your question twice. Well, it could be the chat jumped on me. Monkey and Satsu, did you see that Markiplier posted a video today of him and his two friends, Bob and Wade, playing 7 Days to Die?
No. I have to go check that out. I don't think I've ever seen him play 7 Days.
Mike Downey says, Scribe Light, check out Caden Cross. I'm a perv and proud. I know of Caden Cross. Didn't jump out of my memory. Paige Avilas, Ron Jeremy sounds like a chill guy to talk to on live stream. Oh, God. The hedgehog. Yeah. I mean, I'd probably end up asking him about Boondock Saints more than anything else, first and foremost.
I did forget something before you move on. I'm sorry. Before you, I forgot during YouTube time. Kate Kennedy is confirmed for tomorrow night's, not tonight's, tomorrow night's Monkey in the Morning. So 2 a.m. guys will be Monkey in the Morning, and Kate will be joining me and hopefully Jack.
Oh my gosh.
That should be a good time.
There you go. Look out for that, guys. Motto Winter Lords, would you try a barbecue rack of horse ribs with a side of caramelized carrots and an ice cold can of buckwheat tea?
I'm not German.
No. Yeah, I'm not going to eat a horse. Sorry. That's just, yeah. Check Your Life says, get Sinatra on. Sinatra, I passed along Sinatra's name to Kate, so she is aware of him. And he can contact her the same way I did if she hasn't already followed him, and just, tag her in a tweet and say, hey, so he just has to do the legwork. I did the legwork. He can do the legwork too. Let's see. Purple Pill says, damn, Kate is an insomniac like Monk.
Well, for her, that's only 11 o'clock in the evening. So,
right. Yeah. She's in Los Angeles, and Monkey's over on the East Coast. So yeah. Cannibalistic Wizard, what's your favorite quote? I like Thomas R. Marshall's death had to take Roosevelt in his sleep, for if he was awake, there would have been a fight. My favorite quote. God, I don't know. It's all sort of circumstantial that I think of a quote that's relevant to a situation.
For me, I don't remember the exact wording of it, but it's what I learned after I knew everything that's important.
I think I've mentioned mine quite a few times on this show. And it's the water your apples, water your tree, not your apples.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Dr. No, Scribe Like, get Ron Jeremy on. I'm sorry, I don't have a lot of interest in Ron Jeremy, honestly. I'll tell you. Mike Downey says, isn't Monk in Michigan? Think we are in the same time zone, but they don't do DST as far as I know. Well, Monkey is at 10:37 over there right now.
Yeah, I'm on Eastern time zone.
Yeah,
I'm EDT. So
yeah, he's 3 hours ahead. 3 hours ahead of the West Coast anyway.
Oh, Monkey,
what's up?
This Markiplier 7 Days to Die video is number 2 trending for gaming.
Of course.
Oh shit, we got to make sure you got your tags right, man.
Mama Winter, oh lords, what is the square root of pineapple? Drunken uncle. He's pretty square. I don't know about the root part. Thank you, Cody Fry. Scrotus 2020, Moonbase, Plunge the Swamp, Ranting Monkey for VP. Yeah, I mean, Monkey can break ties in the Senate. That's fine. That's all he has to do. Well, that's all I'd make him do. Go right to the Constitution. Just like, dude, the Senate gets a tie. You go break it.
Mm-hmm.
The end. Let's see. Red Dirt Runner. Who would y'all want to get on the Lords of the Night? Oh, just in general? Just in general. Well, if he wasn't dead, I'd want Christopher Hitchens on, but he's dead. I don't know. Who's like our dream guests?
I don't know.
Satsu wants Hideo Kojima.
I wouldn't be able to talk to Hideo Kojima.
Yeah, I know. Like what?
Why are you so weird.
James Woods. James Woods would be a fun guest.
That probably be fun, yeah.
I asked him once way back when. I sent him he never responded, of course, but I gave it a shot. Let's see. Quinn the Cultist. Scribe Light, when will you replace your co-host with robots so they stop interrupting you? You think that's going to stop anything? No.
Scribe is going to program those robots to interrupt him sometimes because he's going to use it.
Alyssa doesn't lie. What is a cute nail polish color? Cobalt blue. That's my favorite color, so I'm just going to say that. Purple Pill, thank you. Use this to supply the moon base with Pepper Jack, the superior mixed drink. Well, I am making my store run tomorrow, so there will be Dr. Pepper in there somewhere. Mike Downey, thank you. If only you could have George Carlin on. Yeah, if only. And thank you, Jenna P. Spent 30 minutes on a China Pelosi joke only for it to disappear. Get Streamlabs scribbles. Most interesting thing you three have done under quarantine. Is YouTube blocking that stuff? I assume so. Most interesting thing I've done under quarantine. Most interesting thing. I mean, I don't know. I have one of those lifestyles that, save for the fact that I'm not walking to work every morning, my routine hasn't really changed that drastically. So I don't know that I've done anything that exciting. I guess the most interesting thing I've done is I did take some of the advice given out by the local authorities to wipe down objects from outside my house before, the food from the grocery store and stuff like that. So just to be mildly OCD about it. But other than that, I don't know if that's interesting, but that's off my usual routine. You guys got anything that you've done interesting?
Dude, my life hasn't changed.
Me neither.
Yeah.
It's
exactly.
Same shit for me. Nothing has really changed at all.
Let's see. Motto Winter. Oh, Lords, what is the average length from the clit to the taint? I don't know, like 4 inches or something? 5 inches? I don't know. I've never measured.
It's about 4 inches. We had the discussion the other night.
Oh, okay. Well, I guessed right then.
And that depends at the front of the taint or the back, because that 3 to 4 inches.
Oh, yeah.
Because it was actually to the butthole. You got it wrong, man.
Jenna P says, I hate giving money to YouTube scribbles. I understand. It's just, I have been told that to use a Streamlabs with my bank, it will give my address and my name or something to any donation or whatever on there. So I wish I could, but I literally can't.
I can't remember what movie I was watching, but there was some British dude in the movie who referred to his taint as his fucking bridge.
His fucking bridge.
And I was just like, she lit me right on my fucking bridge. I was like, dude, that's hilarious.
Red Dirt Runner, if you had a spaceship that could sit 5, who would be your crew? Buzz Aldrin, Captain Kirk, Captain Picard, the whatever the character that Tim Allen played in Galaxy Quest, and Lister from Red Dwarf. Ta-da!
I don't fucking know.
I need a list of people who are good at flying rocket ships right now, because I wouldn't be very good at it.
No one nowhere. Are you opposed to setting up an LLC, Scribe? No, I'm not opposed to it. I just haven't done it yet. I suppose I probably should. But there's like a whole bunch of. Have you guys set up LLCs?
No.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of hoops you got to jump through for that and things. I don't know. You got to like get a business account and all that kind of stuff. Delford Zero Scribe Light, you're asking me this question. What did Ranting Monkey name his island in Animal Crossing, if it isn't too personal?
Monktopia.
Thank you, Ellis Norn. Sup, guy. Sup, Ellis. since I don't know your gender, and I don't want to assume. That would be bad. Mashisu, which Picard, the Next Generation one or the artificial life form from Picard? No, the actual Picard from the Next Generation, not whatever that thing is that they've created for that new series. Old Guy Gamer, I've met Buzz Aldrin. He's a self-righteous prick. Yeah, but he knows how to fly a spacecraft. I don't care about his attitude, so long as he can control the attitude, if you get me. Jennifer Rinaldi says, Galaxy Quest 11. Galaxy Quest is a great movie. Never make a sequel, Hollywood. Never make a remake. Just leave it as is, remaster it from time to time, and put it out again. It's a great movie. Quinn the Cultist, Ranting Monkey, will you stream Animal Crossing?
No.
No,
there's a few things I do not do. I don't put music in videos, and I'm never going to play a Nintendo game on my game channel.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't trust those little fuckers. They've fucked over far too many gamers.
Oh, yeah.
Mr. Scott says, favorite British comedy shows? Well, let's see. Monty Python, obviously. Red Dwarf. I liked Faulty Towers when it was out. And, there's probably some others that I'm not thinking of right now. But those are the ones that come to mind. You guys have any favorite British comedy shows?
No.
I haven't really watched much. The only one that I've actually watched with any regularity was the original Office. And it was great for what it was. But, yeah, I mean.
Thank you, Shrouded Angel, with a dog cat fox, who I think is offering a shimmering bone after a fashion. Jim Healis, Scotty or Geordie? Oh, Scotty.
Geordie.
Really? You like Geordie better?
Yeah.
Scotty's got a more adventuresome personality, I think.
Geordie got shit done.
Well, Geordie also got like all sexy with a hologram too.
And
it's a little weird.
We know what the holodeck would have been used for.
I know. I saw what Barkley was up to. That's fine. Delphine Joe Scribe, have you ever felt the urge to rip out your hair from the Ted Excellence series? It depends on the subject matter. For those of you that were with me for the Me Too and mass incarceration one I just did the other day, that got me up there, man. Whoa. Kind of fries my brain. But I mean, figuratively, sure. Literally, no. Let's see. Mashisu, Lords of the Night. How much money do you think it would take to get Disney to make a CGI version of Song of the South? Never happen.
Nope.
There's not enough money in the world for them to poison their reputation with the world by remaking or even broadcasting again Song of the South. Even if they edited it down, simply the name alone carries so much connotation with it at this point, they're not going to do it. Dr. No, Lords of the Night, when will the country be reopened? The country? Well, I don't know. Like, when is the last state going to finally open up? I'm guessing sometime in July, something like that. But at least as of right now, many states are aimed at sometime end of April, first week of May, somewhere in there, unless they decide to extend it again, which is entirely possible. But yeah, I'd say sometime in the middle of the summer. I'm going to say July. I'll say July 15th if I have to call out a date. July 15th, everything should be open again in some reasonable capacity.
I think we'll start seeing it by mid-May fully, probably, yeah. Beginning of July-ish.
Same.
Mike Downey, Scribe, I caught the replay. That one was painful. Yeah, especially the roboting. And again, I got to say, guys, I don't know if it's StreamYards. I don't know if it's just the internet in general these days. I can't tell if it's my internet, but it seems to be a crapshoot. Like at some point in a stream, even if whether it's an hour long or 30 minutes, there's a possibility it might start roboting. I wish I could edit those parts out, and I guess technically I could with YouTube, but yeah, if you come across those at any future broadcasts that you're watching after the fact, just scan forward until it's passed because it doesn't seem to last more than about a minute or two. And of course, I always catch on to it after people in the chat have told me. I wish they weren't there. It really feels like it's sullied an otherwise good show, but like I say, live TV. Check Your Life says, that's my birthday, Scribe Light, which July 15th. All right, well, we know. Delver Dio Scribe, did you hear that movie Splash was censored on Disney Plus? Yes, I've seen the comparison videos, and it's so ridiculous. It looks so bad.
It's so weird.
What did they censor?
So there's this part where Tom Hanks is on the beach, and he's coming across, the mermaid girl.
Yeah.
And she comes up to him, and she's naked. Of course, you don't see anything because the camera's, above the line. And then she runs up to him, she kisses him, and then she runs off to jump into the surf, right?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Daryl Hannah's hair was pretty long to begin with. It was down basically to the top of her butt. But in the original, you can, for about a split second, you can see her butt as she runs into the water and dives in. In the Disney Plus version, they have digitally extended her hair down to completely cover her butt. So it goes from being like natural hair to like a mat of fur stuck to her lower portion torso.
It's weird.
It is bizarre. It's stupid. It looks so dumb. And it's like, yeah, you can't little kids can't handle 3 seconds of a lady's butt. Come on.
I was watching it with Little Butt like 2 weeks ago or so, and I was actually surprised that they kept in his brother dropping change on the ground to look up women's skirts.
Uh-huh.
So I was like, what did they change? Because they didn't take that part out. Okay.
Yeah. Jenna P, thank you. You can use my info, but I get 25% of each dollar. For what?
So that you don't get found out who you are?
Oh, no. I appreciate it, but no. I at some point I will figure something out. Maybe we'll see. But right now it's just it's too much of a gamble. And like I've said before, and I know people will disagree with this because I'm not that big a fan of how YouTube has treated its creators and everything else. But all that being said, YouTube provides all of the ability to do this for free. I am not paying a subscription to it. They put out the platform. I just put in my time and effort into making videos and stuff and everything else. And you guys are generous enough to reward that. But in a sense, I don't mind paying rent to YouTube. And I know that it's like you guys I'm not giving my money to YouTube. I get it. Same time, it doesn't bother me. If it bothers you, I completely understand. And you can chat at me without super chatting, and I appreciate it either way. But that's sort of my outlook on it at the same time. Except for the fact they took away Hangouts to be able to do it more easily, which I still don't understand why that makes any sense. But Mike Downey says, Scribe, I saw Species when I was like 9. They need to quit overprotecting these kids. Free the titties. Yeah, I snuck into Species. And I went to the theater with my mom and my sister, and we bought tickets for 9 months with Hugh Grant. But I told my mom, I'm going to go sneak into the sci-fi horror movie. She's like, okay. So I had to sit and watch the first like 5 or 10 minutes of 9 months because the Species didn't start until 15, 20 minutes later or something. And so I snuck out of 9 months and I snuck into the Species theater. I watched Species. It was great. I don't think Natasha Henstridge has ever been more grossly attractive given what happens in that movie. But then I don't remember her doing anything other than Species 1 and 2 and then Ghosts of Mars. And if she did anything else, maybe she did like some kind of silly action movie with Jean-Claude Van Damme, maybe. I'm having a hazy memory of something like that. But anyway, yeah. It was a big thing at the time. But it was also rated R. So what are you going to do? Let's see. Mike Downey says, when I was 12, I stole my dad's VHS copy of Striptease. Good movie, LOL. Plenty of plot, quote unquote. Yeah. Purple Pill says, I think I was like 9 when I saw Titanic. I was told to close my eyes. Of course I did. Oh, for crying out loud. Paid me like one of your French girls. Yeah. Oh gosh. Yeah. A naked body in a PG or R-rated movie, guys. Oh no. I mean, I'm not saying take your little kids to R-rated movies or anything, but geez, 3 seconds of a lady's butt. You go to an art museum, you see that stuff. Let's see, Mata Winter. Oh Lord, Southwest, Southern, or Asian? As far as cuisine, I guess it depends on what my mood is. I like all three.
Yeah, it depends. I mean, I've been kind of eating a lot of Asian food lately because I've never had a chance to cook it like the official stuff before. So now that I've had the means to, I've been like kind of going nuts with that. But I like it all.
Monkey.
Are we talking food?
I'm assuming food. Yes.
We talking women. No, just
women. That's a little different. Probably Southwest.
Mike Downey, what's your favorite Helen Hunt movie? As Good as It Gets. I mean, because Nicholson and everything else in there. I mean, she's in it. It's not really a Helen Hunt vehicle, but yeah, if I had to pick one, that'd be the one.
Girls Just Want to Have Fun.
Was she in that one?
Yeah, she was.
No. It's been many, many years since I saw that one.
I don't know.
Let's see. Midnight Exile. I saw Porky's 1, 2, and 3 by the time I was 8. Ah, well. Different times. They were different times. Mike Downey says, not Twister. I'm sad now. Well, I mean, yeah. I mean, Twisters was a fun movie at the time, but as far as like quality film, yeah, As Good as It Gets is a better film than Twister.
It was so predictable. It was still fun, don't get me wrong, but you know what's going to happen.
Yeah, and it's ridiculous too, and it's just
still fun, great visuals, but yeah, Girls Just Want to Have Fun. Much better movie. Plus, Sarah Jessica Parker didn't quite look like a horse yet.
Oh yeah, do you remember her from Flight of the Navigator?
No, I don't remember. If I ever saw that, I don't remember it at all.
Oh, it was a great movie when I was a kid. Non-VT Rex, questions for the three of you. If you had a lair, what would you call it? Well, Moonbase.
The Monkey Cave, of course.
Satsu's House of Wonders.
Yeah. Crater Valley Moonbase. Angela Ariaga, Scribe Light, she was the romantic lead, though Greg Kinnear stole the show. Yeah, Greg Kinnear was great in it. Nicholson was great. Of course, the best exchange in that movie was when the secretary was like, how do you write women so well? I think of a man, and I take away reason and accountability. And it's so good. It's like, and then you see her face like die inside. Oh. It's the Old Guy Gamer. Scribe Light. Natasha was in The Whole 9 Yards with Bruce Willis. Oh, yeah, that movie I never watched. Although, what's her name in it? Was it Amanda Peet or someone? Or no, was it her? I can't remember now. Mashishu, Airplane. Oh yeah, Helen Hunt was an airplane, wasn't she?
What?
Wasn't she like when she was like a kid or a teenager or something?
Helen Hunt's an airplane.
Wasn't she? I thought she was like, is it like a child or something? I'm trying to remember now. Okay, maybe not.
Perhaps,
maybe I'm mistaken. Let's see. Yes, Amanda Peet. Yeah, that's right. Amanda Peet shows off her breasts in Whole 9 Yards. Mike Downey, I asked for a favorite Leslie Nielsen movie. Oh, I thought you were saying it was a movie that Helen Hunt was. I was like, was she the little girl that was like talking about her coffee and how she likes her men or something?
No, I knew that wasn't her.
Okay. I was trying to think because my brain was like, was she an airplane? Because I mean, there's a lot of people in airplanes, so it could have been.
No, for Leslie Nielsen, as great as Airplane is, if you're going to name it Leslie Nielsen movie, it's got to be the original Naked Gun.
Yeah, Naked Gun. Or Surf Ninjas.
No.
Okay. Well, what about Forbidden Planet?
I mean, I suppose.
Yeah.
I mean, he had some decent movies if you go back to his dramatic career.
Yes.
But I mean, for me, you know.
Yeah, it wasn't until Police Squad and everything that he really came into his own there.
Airplane is the one that really ruined his career.
Yeah, ruined. Yeah, he had work for the rest of his life. Maybe ruined his dramatic career. That might be the case. But Peter Graves, I mean, he went on to do the new Mission Impossible series in the 90s. You know who the bad guy was in the very first episode of the Mission Impossible reboot series in the 90s? It was the guy, John Delancey, who plays Q. He played this assassin, and part of his shtick was he had like all these like objects and things in his because he like took a trip to this place to go kill this guy, and all the things in his briefcase or whatever would just look like ordinary objects. And one of them was, and I swear this is what it is, he had a tube of ping pong balls for a ping pong ball set. But the balls, if you took them out, he crushed them together and they became plastic explosive, which he used to make a bomb to try to blow up the target. It was bizarre, but I'll never forget it. I just thought, oh my God, that's Q. Which is weird that I could make that connection when I was a kid. But anyway, guys, Mission Impossible reminiscing aside, it's the top of the hour and thus the end of the show. Remember, guys, over on 2 Cents Plus, just after this, you can watch Monkey and Satsu try to survive in green hell. Tomorrow night, per usual, we'll be on Monkey's channel at the regular time. Tomorrow, sometime between, say, about 11 to noon Pacific time, I'll be doing a TED Excellence stream. Not quite sure which one I'll do yet. I'm prepping a few just to have them ready. And also, Monkey in the Morning at 2 a.m. Eastern Time, 11 p.m. Pacific Time. Monkey will be having on as a guest Kate Kennedy, new friend of the show and Lord of Porn for the time she's on Lords of the Night. Anything else to mention before we go, guys?
No.
Nah,
you did mention that it's tomorrow, right? Not tonight.
Oh, sorry, tomorrow.
Tomorrow, yeah.
Tomorrow. My apologies. But chat, thank you for joining us tonight. As you guys always do, you guys are really the greatest audience in the world. Moderators, thank you for keeping an eye on things, even though we have the best, or should I say, most well-behaved audience in the world. Everybody who donated, even if a slice of that goes off to YouTube, I really, really, really do appreciate it. Your generosity is amazing, especially during this crazy time we live in. In fungible terms, it'll all go towards me buying horrible things to put in my body tomorrow morning at the grocery store, like Jack Daniels, Goldfish, and Dr. Pepper. But with that, guys, Monkey, Satsu, thank you for joining me as always.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone, your lives make us sad, and we will see you tomorrow.
Bye, guys.
And per tradition, getting out my copy of Screw the Roses, Send Me the Thorns, the romance and sexual sorcery of sadomasochism.
Sadomasochism.
And thank you, Elish Norn, so much. Bye, Guy. Bye, Elish. Appreciate it.
Bye, guys.
And today's secret word is hairpin.
Hairpin.
Hairpin. All right. Today's secret word is hairpin. That's all I've got.
All right.